Live.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Guess I let my feelings take control.
All right, all right, all right. What is up, everybody? Man, it is that time of the month again.
That
And
time of month.
man, you know what? I am with my co-host, Miss Tiffany. She is traveling back from where you coming from?
Oklahoma. O-
Oklahoma.
yes, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Yeah. So, man, so she's on the road, and but this is what dedication looks like, guys. So, definitely, I wouldn't know how to do this without you. So, this is
Oh,
a big deal. I
please.
appreciate it. I'm so, you didn't spoil me. So, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it without you.
Well, I definitely look forward to this every month. And it's just a good way to kick off the month, kick off all the events that we're having for the month.
Absolutely.
It just gives that extra, kick to what's going on. Let everybody know what's going on.
That extra kick, that's the big deal right there. That extra
Yeah,
kick, and so I guess
a little
I'm
spice.
officially the Kickstarter.
Yes, yes. Put a little
Hey,
spice in it.
I put a little spice to it. And another way of looking at it is you can say I'm just the opening act for all the other ones to
That's
come after
true.
me. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we be having some a fire lineup every month.
Absolutely.
You start with you, and then our feature person or people that come, for the month, which this month is Patricia, and then Trevay every month. So it's just, I just love it. And then of course we always end with the mixer, which is always amazing, and we definitely gotta grow that mixer with everyone, inviting friends and because that's the foundation of what we have going on with the tribe.
And, and,
Um,
and speaking of that, what is the count now? Because I hadn't looked at it. I know we should be around the 200 mark.
we're not at 200 yet. I think last time I looked, it was 186. So
186. Okay.
we've been tinkering. Yeah, yeah, we've been tinkering around there,
Okay.
but
But we got to do a
we
major
definitely
push
want
on
to.
that one. Because I don't even like. Oh, well, yeah, we got to push past that. We got to get up to the maybe by the end of this broadcast we'll have that 200 mark. What do you think?
I don't see why not.
There
I
we
don't see
go.
why not. I, I mean, who doesn't want positive spaces? Positive
Absolutely.
environments in their lives. Things that will help them to grow and evolve. I would hope that that's what most people want.
And
You know,
and that is what the tribe is all about. So before I got some amazing things that I want to talk about. I'm not even sure about how the questions are going to come because this is Ask the Relationship Guy, and just by chance, if you don't know who I am, my name is Eric Kirk, and I'm the author of The Power Too. But I'm officially the relationship guy, and I have the pleasure of co-hosting with Miss Tiffany, the perfectionist coach, and it's definitely such an honor. So, but before we get into that, because I do got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, because we're gonna be talking about building the house. That's right. No, we're not gonna be building the house. We're gonna be building the home. So listen, Tiffany, I want
that's
you
right.
I want you to I want you to tell a bit about the tribe because we got some people. I see people coming in already, and they. I know some people that because I did share this to my personal page. I know some people that don't know about the tribe, and I do not want to miss the opportunity. Just explaining to them, your vision and and what God put into your heart about the tribe. So give us a couple of minutes, and then once you get done, I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll.
Definitely, definitely. I definitely appreciate you seeing that. And really, the tribe was at first I thought it was something that I just needed to do personally. I mean, I am a Christian, so I do believe in prayer. I do believe in talking to God. So, and sometimes when God talks to you, you think sometimes it's just something that He wants you to do personally in your life, some changes that you need to make. And sometimes it's not always something that He wants you to include other people in. So when He brought the idea, the vision of the tribe to me, I just started doing some things personally for myself because I really felt like I needed a better understanding of um, men and how they think, how they communicate, or how I can communicate better. Um, just to get a little personal, I've been divorced twice. I've been married and divorced twice. So that was one area of my life that I was concerned with in regards to communication. That's one thing I also talked about in therapy. That's another personal thing. So yeah, I just learned too much about me anyway. But but anyway, but I really wanted to find a way where I can communicate with the opposite sex more, whether it was romantically or in my family. And so as that vision and that burden and that passion grew, and I found myself in spaces listening to other men and women talk about their struggles, and whether it's mental health struggles or family struggles. I just really started to feel that burden in my heart to do more. So as I started to just meditate and pray in regards to what I needed to do with it, that's when I came up with Teach Me Tribe.
Wow.
And God told me that, hey, this is going to be a tribe where everyone is going to be a student and everyone is going to be a teacher. So call it Teach Me. So that's why I'm wanting. This environment is to cultivate us hearing one another and also listening to one another, and
That's
it being
key.
it being a non-judgmental environment, the
And
environment
that's
of
key.
unconditional love. Yes, because a lot of
And
times we're in environments that's not like that.
I was just about to say that because listen, in this social media world, being in a non-judgmental environment is a rare, a rare thing to come across, and that's one of the things that you really have done well, in the tribe, and guys, really the only thing that we're waiting for is you, because Tiffany is ready, the tribe is ready. And when I tell you that, you're going to be fed information just constantly, and we're, now what, you talked about relationship and and how it evolved into the tribe.
Mhm.
For me, I would say the tribe got different points of views, different angles. For lack of a better word. But
Right.
I think it's a relationship group.
Yeah.
How off am I? Because I know you got to, just tell me how off am
Oh no, you're definitely not off. And
I?
really,
Okay.
of course, the way I look at relationships is, um, you know, every type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether it's a relationship with your partner, a relationship with your child, your parent. So no matter if you're single or married, you can get something out of the tribe. So it's
Absolutely.
not just for married people, it's not just for single people, it's not just for young people, it's not just for old people. I think at every really shoot, I think if you're younger, it's even better for you to be a part because you're learning things early. that can prepare you as you get older. And
Absolutely.
communication is the biggest part of the tribe.
Absolutely. And you know, because when I say relationship, I'm not limited to, you know, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. I mean, because we're talking about
Right, right.
relationship, you know, to your children, relationships to your parents, relationship, you know, even on your work. We deal with just, you know, if it deals with you, we deal with it, you know, and I love that about it
Exactly.
because, you know, we there's so many different areas that we touch, and I'm still on a high of the February show. I think it was in February when we tackled the mental health aspect. You know, I'm still in awe
Oh yeah.
of that show.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still talk about it because it was so rich with information from,
Yes, yes,
I mean, and those who aren't familiar with how the events from the tribe operate, you know, we have a theme for every month.
hmm
So what whoever is speaking for that month, that is the main focus. You know,
right.
so like today or this month is real estate,
It's
you
real
know, and
estate.
we're talking about the home and how we're investing in our most valuable real estate, which is our, you know, relationships with people in our home, you know, and even if you're living alone, you're single, there's still something that you can get from, you know, listening today, because
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah,
probably not going to be home. You know, you're not probably not going to be alone for the rest of your life, or you might have lived with someone in the past, and you can, you know, kind of glean from the information that you might get today to incorporate into the future and for your
absolutely.
growth.
Absolutely. You know, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I switched over, and so I want to, you know, just shout out because I got some names. So this is
Okay.
Treve. Treve said she said, "Hey Eric, I'm here for a little while. You know what? I appreciate you." And when we talk about, you know, lineup, you know, listen, you know, Treve just comes with it. I
She
mean, she
come with a
just,
five too.
oh yeah, man,
She the
oh,
female Eric.
every time you say that, I mean, you know, I feel in awe because I'm like, I have so much admiration for her, you know, and what she brings to the table. It's like,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. And
It
then,
is.
then we got Crystal. Crystal
Hey
says,
Crystal.
she said, "Good evening." Now, I don't know why these names aren't coming up, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do the best I can. And then we got Patricia is also watching. You know, so if I may, I'm gonna go ahead because I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I don't, you know, I already feel like I don't have the time, so I'm gonna do the best I can, you know, with this, and y'all just bear with me. But I had you know I had to you know, this thing we're talking about real estate that Miss Patricia is going to Miss Pat. She's gonna bring some things you know to this table that I know is gonna be life changing. And because our theme is you know is dealing with real estate, dealing with the home. You know, so what better way for the relationship guy to show up? And you know what better way? So what I want to talk about today, and I'm going to put it up on the screen right here. I want to talk about making my house a home. And that's so see right there. If we had some, you know, that sound effect right there is where you want to hear the clapping, because right there, I think if we were, you know, if making your house a home is going to be the most essential thing that a couple, you know, a family could do. But there's rules to it. There's a way. There's a proper way of doing it. There's a system to it. And what I want to do today, I want to just I want to share with you guys some, you know, just seven key, you know, elements into building, you know, that house. Okay, if you allow me to do that, let's bring this up here, and we're gonna start here. Man, so listen, we're gonna start on the foundation. This is the this is the first floor. This is your foundation. And what better way to what better foundation to have when you're dealing with building a home. When I can have a house. I can have a 5,000, 10,000 square feet house, but is it a home? Is it a home? And one of the things that you got to have in order to start that process of building a home, you're going to have a solid foundation. And I'm going to tell you that solid foundation is going to be on love. I mean, right there, say that's where y'all need to be clapping at, right there, because because right there, man. Tip. I was thinking of when I was putting this together. I was thinking about a post I made, and I was talking about how who do you want? Do you want I was talking about Mr. Right and Mr. Wrong, or Mr. Good Looking guy. What is it that you really want? And it's funny because I got different response, and no response was a bad response, but I posed a question because I needed to know what was the most, in the average person, what was it that was most important? What was most important when you start looking at, for those of us that's out there that's single and maybe you are in the process of getting married. Maybe you just saying, what, I don't want to get married right now, but regardless of where you at, even if you're married, you're gonna have to understand that there is rules to building this house. See, I kind of want to go and say, that even when like if I was trying to build a physical house, I have to get permits and I gotta, I have to, get licensed and all that type thing. But guess what, guys? Oh yeah, what I want to establish today is that there's rules to building a house. The foundation to a long-lasting relationship stands firm in the comprehension of your partner's psychological world, their needs, their values, their priorities, the stress, their dreams, their aspiration, the past experience, the grievances, and the list can go on and on and on. The knowledge of your partner preference, their likes, their dislikes, their history allows us to intently be aware of what our partners may be thinking and what they're feeling, that protective factor, which allows us in our relationship to weather the emotional storms, the disagreement, and guess what, guys? Even those major transitions. And see, I want to just pause a second because I need you to understand that if we're going to have a home, if we're going to build something that can stand the test of time, you're gonna have to dwell with your spouse according to knowledge. Not only that, there's gonna be some things that's just gonna be essential that you have in order for you to do that. Oh man, I get so excited when I think about it because what I'm seeing here is that you cannot listen, all you single people that's out there that want to get married, you cannot engage, you cannot even start this process until you really understand who you are. And then once you got a good understanding of who you are, you're going to have to start doing a vetting process. Oh, yeah, I said it. I'm going to go ahead and deal with it because, see, the problem that we have is that well, you know what? I'm going to calm down. I'm going to just say it like this because I got to move forward. Tiffany, you got me too hyped up. But the reason why
I left it long too long.
Oh yeah, you done messed me up.
The preacher coming out now.
You gotta reel me. You gotta reel me in. see, the problem is that that relationships aren't working. They're not lasting. Is because our first floor is messed up. Our foundation is gone. Okay, I'm back. Let's keep going. All right, the second floor. And see, in that post I made, we was talking about, that man he's gonna provide you all the financial needs you want. You know, he's gonna be your protector. He's gonna be your provider. He's gonna do all of that. But the way I posted in the post, I was saying, yeah, but you know, he's not the best thing to look at. Oh yes, I needed to understand where you was at. Hey, Miss Perry, I needed to know where you was at because I was trying to get an idea of the psyche. I told you that in that foundation, you got to understand who your mate is. So that second floor, we're going to be talking about, you're going to have some fondness and some admiration to build on. So like everybody who kept saying, well, can I have both? Oh yeah, you was right, because you're going to need both. Now, what is your foundation? Your foundation is based off of love. But man, listen, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, there's gonna be some things that you better have some fondness and some admiration. Oh yeah, sharing fondness and admiration is the ability to articulate and convey to our partners the big and the small reasons why we love and appreciate them. See, somebody needs to be shouting right there. See, this builds up the positive sentiment towards our partners and our relationship. As a result, the respect and the admiration that will hold prevents. Come on now, underline that word, prevent betrayal. Man, y'all don't really catch, you didn't catch what I just said. See, here's the thing. The thought of breakup, separation, and divorce every time that an argument arises. See, it's gonna prevent that. Why? Because if you're gonna go to a place, you're gonna remember that my foundation was right. And then you built that second floor. You said in that second floor of this house, you got you some fondness and some admiration. See, it's something about your spouse that just does something to you. And see, when things get tough, say, I need you to understand is that it's going to be that fondness and admiration to where when the storm comes, you're going to be able to look over there. I'm mad at you, but there's something about you. It's something about you that I'm not ready to call it quits because I got a proper foundation. So I really need, somebody said Trevay. Yeah, Trevay. I told you I needed my backup. Trevay said I actually like them.
Yep,
and see,
I like you.
Listen, you can be in a place where you can say, you know what, I love my husband, I love my wife, but then here's the question: do you like them? Oh, do you like them? I don't like you all the time. But it's nothing. But listen, I have said this, Tiffany. I have said this. You are my witness. Man, there's nothing like being in a relationship with your best friend. Man, there's nothing like that. Then on the third floor, we turning towards instead of turning away. Yeah. Just bear with me. I'm going somewhere with this. We building a house. What we're talking about, I need you to understand some fundamental rules to the game. Because and the reason why the reason why I needed to do this, Ms. Perry, the reason why I need to do it, because I identify some things in relationship and I say, man, this is where we getting beat at. This is why they're not lasting, because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. We didn't get our license. We didn't get our builder's license. See, the next time we do it, we got to make sure that we are authorized. Oh yeah, we ready. We got our license. Man, we did all our testing. We ready to build. See, on the third floor, this level refers to the small moments in which we make a bid for our partner's attention. This may be as insignificant as, hey, isn't that a pretty flower? To something more significant, being like, I don't know what to do. I need your help. See, when our partners acknowledge our request for their attention, though a mumbled yes, or even the contact. Tiffany, you coming in on a different device? There you go.
I
Okay.
am.
All right. So
I
let me see.
just got back to the house.
All right. Look at it. She is rocking and rolling. I'm gonna put you back in there. There you go. And she got it. Look at her. See, I told man, listen, this girl is ready to rock and roll. All right. So research and literature indicates that the couples who's married ended in divorce 6 years or later only turn towards their partner 33% of the time. Look at that. Come on, ask me. See, this is why it's so important. You know, who are you leaning on? I'm gonna take a minute because Miss Perry said something. I gotta go ahead and deal with it because when she get my attention, I have to jump to it. Because you know you gotta recognize when royalty is in the presence. Okay, it's been 40 years since I've been divorced, and I thought the sun set and rose in him. My, there was plenty of admiration until the hitting started. Yeah, I knew I had to read that. Yeah, see, there's some things that see that and I'm glad. Well, I hate you went through that, but I'm glad you slowed me down because see, we have to recognize that this is not this. One person can't build this house. Come on, one person can't build this house. Man, you know how hard it's gonna be for you to try to build up on all of these points by yourself. It's impossible. Oh, that's why we have to do the work together. Tiffany, you want to jump in? You muted out? You good? Okay. All right. So let's do number 4. This is our fourth floor, guys. We building the house. Okay. We building the house. We started out, for those who just coming in, we started out saying that our foundation gonna have to be love. That foundation got to be love. And then we went to that fondness and admiration. Man, I gotta like you. And then we talked about turn towards lean upon your spouse. Lean, they need you. Lean. Don't go away. Go to them. And then now we're going to deal with the fourth floor, and that's that positive perspective. I love the perspective. That's one of my new words. I just love that because when I look at perspective, it changes the way you see things because we all can be looking at the same thing, but we all need to you wonder. Like how two people, let's say a husband and a wife can be in the same relation. Of course, they're in the same relationship, but then you ask the husband the same question you ask the wife, and they give you different answers. Why? Because they're giving you different perspective. So one of the things I teach in my class is that we have to learn how to see ourselves as God sees us. We have to learn how to look through the lenses of God's eyes, because if you don't, man, listen, it's gonna mess you up. Because I'm telling you, flesh is gonna have you all over the place. But that's a whole nother topic. See, this fourth floor cannot be directly worked on, but relies on strong foundation in the other floors of sound relationship house. It refers to the overall perception of how we view our partners in relationship. Oh man, how we see our, what do you see? When you look at me, what do you see? And see, I'm gonna tell you why this is so important, because see, what you see is what you're gonna say. Yeah, see, somebody need to write that down. What you see is what you're gonna say. Man, and what you say is going to conform, is going to build the life that you have. So if you're wondering why your relationship is so bad, then I need you to understand it start with what do you see, and then it's gonna be you what are you saying? Because life and death is in the power of your tongue, and you need to watch what you say, because you speak in damnation over your husband. You speak in damnation over your wife because of the words that you say. You speak in damnation over your marriage because because of the things that you're saying. And why you saying it? Because of what you see. Your perspective is off. Having fundamental positive view of your partner in relationship is powerful buffer in times of trouble, and it allows us to give our partners the benefit of the doubt. My Lord. It's 7:30. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reset, and this is what I need you guys to do. I need you to take a minute. I need you to share this out. I need you to tag some people in. We're gonna be dealing with these are 7, so we just about done. And I put a link on here. Even if you want to jump, if you want to come in and add a perspective, if you got a question, you can put it in the chat. Tiffany's gonna be monitoring the chat. But take this time and share. Listen, what we're talking about now. Oh man, this is life changing. Okay, but we're gonna be back in 30 seconds.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know.
What I do.
My mind.
Man, I love that song.
Guess I let my feelings take control.
All right, we're gonna start out this next segment. We got Miss Rita Perry, and she said that's what's wrong with so many marriages, because we marry what we see instead of what. Oh man, what a word! We marry what we see instead of what we hear. Man, what is God saying to you? What is God saying? What is He saying to you when you vetting? When you and God sit down and you vet, your relationship, what is He saying? What is He saying? My. All right, Tiffany, where I left off. We on number 5.
Yeah, we on number 5. And I also want to say too, if you all have questions now, just go on and put them in the chat. Then that way, once Eric is finished, he can just flow right on in to ask those questions. Answer those questions at that time.
This is Ask the Relationship Guy. So, all right. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. Now listen, this 5th floor. Oh yeah, she's a little tricky. Okay, because this is where I recognize who's grown and who ain't grown. Oh yeah, y'all gonna be mad at me. But this is where the grown folks play at. Okay. This is that thing that takes out that 5th floor. It's gonna take you out. If you ain't got your grown boy, grown girl attire on, it's gonna take you out. Yeah. I was told not to use that word, girl. It's a woman, okay?
That's right. We a woman.
You want women, give me more. All right, this is Ms. Trevay. She says, you're going to fight, but will you fight fair? And will you fight together? See, that's it. See, see, stuff like that make me want to shout. I promise you, because there is a such thing. First of all, y'all understand what she just said. And Tiffany, I promise you, I'm gonna keep moving. But see, one of the worst advice I got. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this. We need to start being honest with people when it comes to conflict and that they're going to be conflict. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when it happened. So listen, men and women, right. Prepare yourself because the conflict is coming. Now, that's why I said it's about how you're going to handle it. Because see, are you going to handle it with maturity? Are you going to handle it like like an adult? Or are you going to be like a kid on the playground when you didn't get picked to play, and then all of a sudden you want to say, "I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home. I'm going to do this comment, and then we're gonna go into the fifth floor." What I see isn't what God said, because we're looking at a what is that? A butter shell? What is that, Tiffany?
She want to say outer shell. She meant
outer
outer shell.
Thank you. We're looking at the outer shell.
Outer shell.
That's right. I got you now. I'm not good at that, Miss Perry. I'm sorry. Now, we let our feelings take control. Spot on. Marriage is a partnership, and we work together as one and not as two. See, that's it. We both put in 100 and not 50-50. We say, because I don't know how you can have a partnership when you even keep score like that. You know what I'm saying? How I mean, my thing is when you end it together even like when you did with oh yeah, she did. She caught that. She caught that. It was out, which I knew it was out of shell, but she seen it too. Out of shell. That's right. So the thing is that we just got to do a better job. Okay, we got to do a better job. But let's get into this fifth floor, man, because this is really where it gets good at. See, all happy and long-lasting relationships have their fair share of disagreements, tiffs, and arguments. The fifth floor does not refer to ridding all relationships of these times. That's not what we're talking about. But rather in how to effectively and helpfully navigate these conversations so that neither partner feel unheard, unimportant, and really this is the big one, attack. See, this is what I want you to do. I want you to say to your inner self, "Thou shalt make conflict thy ally." Yeah, that's your commandment. Thou shalt make conflict thy ally. You say, "Eric, how did I do that?" It's real simple. See, what I have to learn is that when my spouse is at the highest of festivity, that's when I get the most truth. And see, if you in this thing for the long, if you in it for the long haul, then what you need to do, I wish I had a pencil and paper, because what you would do is instead of engaging, back and forth and talking about how the fact that the conflict is so bad, what you need to do is say, "Listen, man, my foundation is built on love. I share fondness and admiration. I'm not gonna run from you. I'm not gonna run from you. I'm gonna run towards you, spouse. My perspective is positive. I don't look at you through man's eye. I look at you and I see what God sees. And see, what I want you to understand is, because you're gonna need all of that, because you're gonna have to manage your conflict. See, if you don't have those first 4 things going for you, by the time conflict comes, man, all hell is gonna break loose, and you're gonna wonder what in the hell have happened to me. Oh, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Because what I'm doing, I'm trying to help you. You're gonna have to make conflict your ally. When you're gonna have to you're gonna have to get your pen and get your paper, and you're gonna have to take notes. I said it. Yeah, instead of engaging back and forth, what I want you to do is say, okay, husband, okay, wife, you mad at me? We arguing? What are we arguing about? I didn't do this. You wanted me to do that? Okay, got notes. Man, if your foundation is love, then why wouldn't you do that? Man, you just told me exactly what I needed to hear in order to give you what you need.
Yeah, someone asked a really good question. They said, what can I learn from this conflict?
Man, you know what?
Actually asking yourself.
Yeah.
And that's bringing yourself to a sense of awareness of
that's it.
Trying to figure out, okay, what is it about me that I can learn? It's taking responsibility.
That's it. What can I learn from it?
Okay.
I mean, because if you don't see, instead of you see,
it's actually taking responsibility for what's going on.
I told y'all from the beginning, this is adulting. See, the child in you. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you get mad, because we got to deal with this. Because on the 5th floor, that's where you get divorced at. Okay, and so I got to go hard here, because this is where you're gonna say, you're gonna do exactly what you've been doing in all of your other relationships. As soon as conflict comes, that in your mind, in your mind is telling you that now it's time for me to go. And I literally had somebody tell me that if you love somebody, you don't supposed to have conflict. And I said, my. No wonder we struggle the way we do. Listen, women, men, ladies, and gentlemen, I need you to understand that conflict is not your problem. Man, let me just say it like this. Tiffany, help me with this. How often do you argue with people that's insignificant to you? Tiffany?
I'm sorry, you broke up. I don't know if it's my connection or your connection.
I said, how often, and then even in the chat, how often do you argue with somebody that's insignificant to you? How often do you argue with somebody that doesn't matter to you?
Yeah, I mean, me, I don't. I mean, because most of the time it's the ones that you really care about. You want them to hear you. You want them to understand you. Those are the ones that it really bothers you.
That's exactly right.
You might argue with somebody that's out in the world somewhere, over a difference of opinion. But does their opinion really matter?
Man,
not really.
I learned this.
Because
I learned this.
They don't have.
That's it. I remember. Listen, anybody know me know that I have a real strong knit family. We grew up. If y'all see us now, I mean, listen, this is something that we've been doing all our lives. And I used to, ironically, it was my first lesson in relationships, and it was with my family, because I could not understand why my brother, my sister can do something to me and it hurt so bad. I couldn't understand it. And I would tell myself, I'm talking about, man, I could be 8, 9 years old. I'm talking about when I was really young. I ain't talking about no adult. I asked myself, why do it hurt so bad? And then I went a little deeper, y'all. I said, now this guy that's on the basketball court can do the same thing, and it doesn't bother me. But then if my brother did it or my sister did it, then it hurts me to the core. I learned at a young age that when you love somebody, man, it hurts a different type way when that conflicts come. So you say, Eric, well, what's your point? The point I'm making is that, man, it hurts so bad because love is involved. And it's not the time for you to say, I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home. This is the time when you say, listen, our foundation is built off of love. And I'm not going to run from you this time. I'm going to get my pencil, I'm going to get my paper, and I'm going to take notes. Why? Because I love you. Let's read this. This is Brandy. Is Brandy Newton? Is that your kinfolk? Let's see. Brandy says every home.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin. Hey, cuz. Brandy says every home has let me see. Every home has to be maintained. Oh yeah, she's been reading my notes. Every home has to be maintained. Grass got to be cut. AC needs to be serviced. Pest control got to be sprayed. These things are not fun or pretty, but it is necessary. And see, the reason I joke, Brandy, because I got this thing. Tiffany said, "Man, you gotta coin that phrase some type of way." But I say this. I say that it's easier to maintain a relationship than it is to repair one. It's easier to maintain. So what we got to do, we have to learn how to do the maintenance in relationship, because a lot of time, and I'm gonna tell you, men, we are notorious for wanting to we don't get engaged in the relationship until it breaks down, and now we're trying to repair it. So you say, Eric, why did you come up with that phrase? Because I seen it in action. Listen, by the time you got to replace that motor, what do everybody say? I might as well get me a new car. Come on. Y'all ain't with me. I might as well get me a new car. I'm not finna replace that motor. I'm not finna repair that motor. Listen, I'm not going to repair you, man, because I've been telling you to do maintenance on me for the past year. I've been telling you that, listen, we need to go to counseling. We need to go on dates. I want to spend more time with you. All you do is watch a game. You get from in front of that TV. Quit playing that game. I need you to do that. Then all of a sudden, men, you want to come and, when she got her bags at the door, you want to come and you want to say, yeah, I'm ready to listen now. But now you got to repair some things. Oh yeah, when it's broken like that, it's hard. It's hard to repair. I'm not even going to tell you, I'm not going to lie to you and say it's impossible, because all things are possible. But what I will tell you, that it is harder to repair than it is to maintain. Just do the maintenance. Brandy said, absolutely. Okay. All right. So let's see.
You don't have to trade in for a new model when you just maintain it.
Just, man, keep the oil change. Get that filter change, you know what I'm saying? Check that transmission fluid. I mean, do all those things, man, because it's a whole lot easier. Don't you like that metaphor? Isn't it good? All right, this is this is the 6th floor. Okay, we got past the conflict. Are we all good on conflict? We good. We got a good understanding on why conflict is, conflict can be either I need it to be your friend. I need it to be, one of your secret weapons. Okay, I need you to use it that way, because once you beat conflict, then you can go to the 6th floor. Okay, let me pull this up because I need y'all to see the house. See, once you get there, see, get past conflict. Now you can start talking about your life dreams. Okay, so let's dig into that. The 6th floor. This floor is This floor of the sound relationship house recognize the most individuals have their own dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Master relationship have partners who not only encourage us to pursue those goals, but also assist and support us in being able to reach these goals. Man, say, let me just put it like this. This is where I think every couple need to spend most of their time at right here, is dreaming about stuff. Okay, I think that if we can replace that word dream, we can let's replace it with the word vision. I could say, what dreams do you have, Tiffany? Or let's look at it like this. What is your vision, husband? What vision do you have? What vision do you have for the family, wife? What is it when you and your husband, and the wife, when y'all sit down at the table? What dreams are y'all talking about? What is your vision? Where do you see yourself? Because see, the reason why this is so important, and the reason why I like to just stay here, this is going to be my favorite floor. This is my favorite room of the house, because this is where I can use my imagination. That's right. I can use my imagination. And see, I'm gonna tell you, see, most relationships go bad because you only use your memory, or you have been trained to use your memory. And see, the problem with memory is that you lose perspective on things, and some can be good and some can be bad. But the thing about the vision, the thing about your vision, just sit back and just dreaming over some things, man, is that you can use your imagination and there's no limits on that. Mm-hmm. Then I can add in, once again, the scripture tells us that we perish because we have no vision. Then I'm going to tell you, and this is, I'm going to say this is this is pretty true, and I know a lot of people is not going to recognize it, but your marriage is ending because you have no vision. Your marriage is perishing because you literally have no vision. Where you going? What are you dreaming about? Brandon says,
we got one question. You see the question? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and you can read.
What if one party doesn't have a vision or is content with the vision of the other party? That's a good question.
Yeah. See, see, there's a place where if I have my book, I kind of changed some stuff in here, but this is where my book, The Power to, comes in. Because one of the things that I lay out in that book is that there's a place where there's the revelation of agreement. Okay, and the revelation of agreement is just simply saying that at some point you and him are gonna have to come get on one page. There's a point where you can have a vision, he can have a vision. That's all good, but there's a vision for the family. This is where you sit down and you come to an agreement with each other. See, when I look at the power of agreement and when you connect it to the vision, see, this is what I know about the scripture. The scripture says that God is literally telling us that, and I call this a superpower. He says, listen, all I need you to do is to come in agreement with each other. You with me, Tiffany? All I need you to do is come to an agreement. See, God said, if I can get you to agree, then He said, whatever that y'all agree on earth, I will agree with you in heaven. Oh yeah, y'all missed it. God literally said, If you bound it on earth, it'll be bound in heaven. If you loosen on earth, it'll be loose on heaven. The only thing that he said that I need you all to come into an agreement. That's how powerful y'all are. And that's why marriages comes up under so much attack, because y'all see, and this is why I fight so hard for it, because I know the power that God gave you and confined in marriage. I know it. And guess who else knows it? Satan knows it. And that's why he comes to attack. That's why we have to make sure that we vet. That's how we have to make sure that we understand these deal breakers, and we have to engage. We have to figure this stuff out before we make this commitment. We got to do all of that, because when the time comes, man, we need to be able to be on one page. And that's why conflict is so important, or to understand, because it's hard to come in agreement with somebody you're mad at.
Right.
Oh, just this simple stuff. Could you get me a drink out the refrigerator? No. Oh, you've been there. You've been there, Tim. You've been there. Okay. We'll talk about it later. I ain't gonna put you out like that. But,
don't do it like that.
I know I have. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna do it because I'm mad at you. Yeah, it's just simple stuff. but see, and then listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say this, and then we got our last one to do. And I would go to my grave, because truth is truth. For those, I've married 33 years, and I could say without a shadow of a doubt, whenever me and my ex came into an agreement on, I don't care whatever it was, it always came to pass, and it was always good. Every single time. And I can look back and I can say, even all the way down, to where we ended, I can look and see how, if all we had to do is get over. I'm looking at these comments. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna get on. But
you said it depends on what day of the week it is.
I seen it, and she took my thoughts. Yeah, I'm with you. Listen, it's not the easy thing, but I got you. Okay, I got you. All right, so we're gonna. I know time is about up, but I'm gonna do this last one. Then I got a question for y'all. Okay. Okay, this is the 7th floor. The last level of the Sound Relationship House refers to the couple's continued effort to create memories, share rituals, and traditions together. This may be monthly tradition. It could be date nights. It could be weird and wacky birthday celebration, or it could be a sentimental Christmas tradition. All of these moments are created together, and it's a bond, and bond partners as a unit. And what I want you to understand is that, if all of these things is important when you say, well, hey, I want to make my house a home. There's some things that that you physically got to do, but there's also some mental things that you have to do in order to make your house a home. Okay, and something as simple as traditions, sentimental stuff, just being able to say, every Friday night we take a walk on we drive downtown, and we take a walk on the riverfront, and then we go and buy some ice cream, and then we sit on a bench and we have a conversation. We've been doing this for the past 5 years. I'm making this up, but whatever it is, man, you can't beat that. You can't. You know how important that is.
Oh yeah,
go ahead.
It gives couples something to look forward to.
Thank you.
Then it's an opportunity that's just set aside where that this is a time that we're going to get together and we can bond.
That's it. That's
And
it.
then when it's
That's
children
it.
involved, they take that on too. Different
Absolutely.
things that are done, and they get to do those things with their families, and they seeing how important things are in regards to certain traditions.
Absolutely. Ms. Rita says she's truly enjoyed it. So, Ms. Rita, are you part of the tribe? I believe she is part of the tribe, right?
And she is.
I believe she is. So this is your assignment since you enjoyed us both. So I want you to I want you to invite some people because we're trying to get to 200 members, and we want you to invite somebody just like you, okay? And I know you can do that. Okay, so
they might not be as good as you, Rita, but
there's no way they can be as good as us.
But
It'll work. It'll work, but
yes.
we'll make it work.
But close.
Absolutely. All right, so I told y'all I got a question for y'all. So we're gonna be talking about the walls, okay? But I want you to see this visual because I did this like this for a reason. Now we got on the side. I know somebody put in here trust, and I seen your comment. I didn't deal with it because I knew I was gonna be dealing with trust and commitment. These are your structure walls in your house. Okay, so let's look at trust and commitment. While each floor of the house plays a significant role in the happiness and the longevity of each relationship, it would all crumble down without commitment from both partners towards a lifelong journey and continued effort. And the promise of devotion and care, trust in your partner that you won't easily replace as soon as something better comes along. My. Okay, so that's what I want to share. But here's my question that I want y'all to answer. Tiffany, I want you to look at this too, and really, I'm just gonna say it's really no wrong answer to it. But I only got 2 walls to this house. Okay, I only got 2 walls, and we all know that you're gonna have to have. Well, and not your house. Your house has many walls, but I'm just
this house
right here.
Right.
This just an average person house. We ain't talking about your mansion. We just talking about just an average person house. Okay. They have we got trust and commitment, but that's on the side. So what would you say? And in the comments too, y'all answer this. What would you say would be the front and back wall? If trust and commitment is the sides, what would be front and back? Anybody?
So while they're answering, when you say front and back, I'm thinking about, what is it that it would take to get into the house? What is the front door?
Okay.
So what would the front door represent?
Wow.
And then you talking about the back. What would the back door represent? Things that would keep you from leaving, or that would, provide security.
Absolutely.
On the inside, and those things that will protect what you have on the inside of the house.
Man, I love it. I love it.
We have some really good responses in the chat. Rita said trust must first start in dating. She also said communication.
Okay, so she said a wall will be communication. And who is this? This is Brandy. Brandy says love. And she said love and peace. Okay, anybody else?
Those are good.
Those are all good. And like I said, there's no wrong to it. Okay, because I just wanted you to kind of just get a visual, and I wanted you to be able to just mentally close your eyes and just say, if on the left and right, man, that trust and commitment is going to allow me to have a stable home, then what else? What else do I need? And let's see. Ms. Rita says she got love, stability, security unit. Okay, I love all of that.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "There's more, but there is." You know, and there. You know, this is your house, and,
Right.
and so it can, it can go on. You know, and you can add many rooms. You can add many levels to your house,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I want you to. You know, I talked about these 7, but it can be 8. You know, so spend some time. You know, what I really want you to do, and this is for those who would accept the homework, you know, is sit down. If you're married or, you know, or got a significant other, whatever the case may be, sit down with with that person and listen and just talk about, you know, these floors. You know, identify maybe a level that you need help in, you know, to build, or maybe it's an area where, as a couple, you can say, you know what, man, we're good here, but we need help on this floor.
Yeah.
This is your homework. But Tiffany, so before I give my answer to the front and back, what's your
Well,
answer?
we actually have some more answers in the chat
Oh, they
too.
came. Okay, let me go
Uh-huh.
back to it. I had clicked off of it. Let's see.
Someone said love would be my front door and peace would be my back. I
Oh,
thought that
there you
was
go.
pretty.
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to rush. Um, y'all need to send me this out. Okay. Who said that? Brandy. I got to look at 2 different places, so that's why I'm asking.
And I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm not logged in too. You know, I had to run in here.
Yeah, you know, let's see who says that. This is that's my girl. What's up, Miss Thomas? Okay, she said, for me, the purpose has to align to build a home together and to enter through the door. Capability is the key area.
Compatibility.
Compatibility. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, in my key areas or what will prevent us from leaving out the back door. I jumped that up. Read that for me.
He said, for me, our purpose has to align to build a home together and to enter through the door. Compatibility is my key areas, or in my key areas are what will prevent us from leaving out the back door.
Out the back door. So
Compatibility.
compatibility is her back door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that purpose. I'm thinking that your purpose is your front door.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
It sounds
I'm
like
liking
or alignment.
the alignment. Yeah,
Alignment in purpose.
yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay, read this one.
No one wants to talk communication. Without it, you have no back or front, and definitely
Mm,
no foundation. I definitely agree with
my.
that. Yeah. And
Yeah,
really, I believe communication should be one of the floors, should be the main floor,
absolutely.
like the first floor, because without communication, it really is hard to have all the other fours to actually build the love, to like someone, you know, to manage conflict, you know, and all those other floors. So that was good,
Absolutely.
Miss Rita.
And you know, and that's what I love about this because um, you know, I'm a big advocate in your relationship is your relationship. Now,
Right.
in my position, I have to lay down a foundation. I have to set some rules or whatever because you know some people just say, "Okay, Eric, you know, what do you say?" But what I really want to do is I really want you to be able to look at yourself, talk with your spouse, and y'all come up with these floors together. Because every relationship don't have to be the same. Every relationship, your relationship don't have to look at like this at all. Because guess what, guys? Do you know what really makes a successful relationship? Is really the harmony. And, you know, and you can't have harmony without agreement. You
Right.
can't, so it's whatever you guys agree on. And can I say something? Oh, y'all finna be mad at me, all y'all Bible people. Listen, um, listen, I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Okay, here's the deal. The truth is, you don't have to be a believer in order to have a successful marriage.
Repeat that.
You do not have to be a Christian or believer, to have a successful marriage.
Hmm.
Oh, I knew y'all was gonna get mad at me. Look at everybody just logged off.
That is okay. But that's right though.
Right, but see, but now you're gonna, hey man, you took a long time.
It's a law because it's a law.
It's a law,
The
exactly.
law
Right.
of agreement.
It's if the law of agreement is working, then
It works whether or not you're Christian or not.
See, y'all Bible people got mad at me that quick because you don't understand the law of agreement. God said some things that are going to work. He said, listen, the rain is going to fall on the just and the unjust. The sun is going to shine on the just. And there's some things that are just laws, like gravity. I mean, if we go up, it must come down. There's some things that God put in place. He said, listen, just because you here, because I said it, it's going to work in your favor. You see what I'm saying? And he's not, he did not distinguish whether it was going to work just for believers or non-believers. He just said it's just going to work. Okay. All right. So, all right, Tiffany. Let's see. Let's do this one here.
Oh, we're talking about our back and front door.
Uh-huh. Now, and I'm gonna say this, y'all turn front and back into like back door as an escape. I do like that. I do like.
Well, I don't want to say escape. I said because I'm pro family, so I'm using the back door. I'm using the back door as things that need to keep us in, not make us leave.
Thank you.
They don't need to be deal breakers, or and just like Eric said earlier, I kind of want to reiterate this. Yeah, it's not an escape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Elvis.
Now, Elvis said that was Brandy said. This is Brandy.
Oh, okay. Of course, my cousin.
Yeah, your cousin hit it. And this is Elvis.
Well, my family got it going on. See, I invite my family to the trial because I want to do it.
Okay, here go my brother. Here go my family. He said, okay. What? Read that. My eyes got weak.
Successful doesn't mean God-fearing. I heard of people marrying because of business agreements. That's true.
That's it.
That's what we're talking about. But then we're also talking about, what works for one person might not work for the other. So whatever it is that works for you is all about harmony.
That's right. And this read Patricia.
Yes, we're speaking prevention maintenance. That's right.
That's it, man. That's got to be man. That's where it's at. Mm-hmm. I mean, we listen for us, for all the folks, especially the tribe. Listen, man. This is the message that I want everybody to go out, man, and just spread the word that we're talking about. Maintenance, we're talking about prevention. We're not, the family, man, we got to protect the family.
Yeah.
And there you go, right there. High five, Tiffany.
Thank you, Miss Rita.
Pro family. That's it. Yeah. And we got to be pro family. That's another thing let's talk about being pro family. Okay. Let's in this social media world, where people are so quick to devalue everything and cancel everything. Let's let them know that we're not. I just thought about something. Okay, I gotta move on. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a message, but here's the thing, guys. Tiffany, you gotta go. You gotta tell me this because I want to hear yours first. You still hadn't said.
Okay.
What's your back door? What's your front and back door?
As far as the front and the back door?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Is that me or you?
What is it?
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
Yep.
And you talking about the front and back door, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I would say my front door is love and my back door is boundaries.
And boundary. Okay.
Yes.
Man, I love all of those. I love all of those.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So, my let me pull this up. Mm, okay. I really didn't have this right. Okay. So, my answer to the two walls that should cover the front and back door should be grace and mercy.
Hmm.
Grace and mercy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Can I
Because
change?
and
I'm just kidding.
you can change. And see the reason why I wanted to add that in is because you're gonna need you're gonna need that.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know when the trust is comes up on the attack, when commitment is under attack, when all this listen, if we pro family and if we all of that, the maintenance and prevention, if we all of that we are saying, then that there you go, the twins, that's it.
Yeah.
Grace and mercy, the wonder twin, we need
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
so man, that is our show for today. Tiffany, let's see, let's see, there you go. Okay. What do you want to say before we leave out here?
I just want to make sure before we close that no one else had any other questions before we leave. We don't want to, take for granted that someone might have a question before we leave. But I've truly enjoyed tonight. I mean, I tell you, it was hard. I literally drove at least 7 hours today.
Wow.
So, but I feel good because I know my daddy appreciated me driving. He's not used to driving long distances without somebody else, or I should say, he's not used to driving long distances where it's not just him driving.
Right.
So, Rita said, "Love it." I still say dating show, Eric. So she wants you to create a dating.
All right, let's do it. I need a partner. I need you to be my partner.
I'm about to say, don't get him started because he'll do it.
Listen, I told this year I'm on go. So let's do it.
Well, you can watch the replay, Elvis.
Absolutely.
If you did come on late, feel free to watch the replay because it was really good to just reiterate some of the things that you might have heard at the end or fill in some blanks and to do the homework. Eric, remind them of the homework that you want them to do. And please post in the tribe that you did the homework.
Absolutely.
And what it is that you decided to, actually, if you want to, post your house or tell us the 7 floors of your house. And
I love that.
If you do, I have something for you.
I love that.
I have something for you. So, and you will want it. So that's all I say. So if you do the homework, I'm just putting it out there. I don't care how many people do it. I have something for you.
I'm gonna do it then.
So if you,
So make it clear.
You don't. You're not including. That's good. You're not including. That's good. You already did it. You did it for
them. I'm joking. So this is they're going to build a house with their floors. Okay.
Yes.
I like that. Yes. I like that.
And it might not even be 7 floors. It might be 3 floors or 4 floors or whatever. But whatever. And if you're married, I want you to talk to your spouse I want you all to do
Yes.
it together, just like Eric said.
Do
Do
it
it together.
together.
But if you're single, you still have a house you need to build, because
Oh, look at this.
whoever it is that you bring into your house or you want to be in your house, they need to be in alignment, just like what Patricia said. They need to be in alignment with your purpose, and your house represents part of that purpose.
Absolutely. And so now, because the spirit of giving is going on, Miss Perry says she's gonna donate a copy of her book, and guess what? I'll donate a copy of my book. Now I'm gonna that's the power too. So and I'll do it. I'll donate the first 5. I'll do 5.
Wow.
I'll do 5 copies. Okay.
Oh wow!
And
Awesome.
so so the first 5 that's posted in the tribe. Okay. So you got to be a member of the tribe. Okay. If you're watching, you got to be a member of the tribe. So if you're not, go ahead and join now. Tiffany gonna bless you. Miss Rita gonna bless you, and then I'm gonna bless the first 5.
Yes,
that does it. Okay.
That's awesome.
And that's
Thank you, Miss Rita.
Yeah, that's I'm telling you, I love her spirit from the first time. I just a good person. I really appreciate it. Okay, so here's the thing. I got an 8:30 show.
Uh-oh. No wonder you pushed me out. I thought because you felt sorry for me because I've been on the road all day.
Yeah, I was trying to do it nice, but you just, and I know.
He basically said you don't have to go, leave your house, but you got to get up out the studio.
And look, but y'all join me because I'm gonna be going live nearly in 9 minutes.
Okay, so the after show.
So yeah,
all right. Before we go, I just want to remind everyone of next week's event. We have Patricia. She'll be focusing on real estate made simple. She's she's a real estate broker, investor. She's in construction. She's a lender. She's everything real estate. So everything in regards to home buying, and so you definitely don't want to miss next Wednesday at 7:00 with Patricia Thomas. So, definitely invite a friend, invite 2 friends, 3 friends, because if you're interested in getting a house, you're interested in investment, you definitely want to be there to not just listen, but ask questions as well.
Absolutely.
So,
okay, let's read.
Okay,
Elvis.
that's all I have.
Elvis says, I don't know what all
I
that
don't
was
know
about.
but the foundation is the most important.
Yeah, that's right. And
Elvis, what I would encourage you to do is replay.
All right, guys, man, what an awesome show, man. And we will see you. We'll see you. Listen, tell me, Patricia is next. Tell me her date again. I want to make sure.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
okay, the 12th. So
we're gonna see you guys the 12th. We're gonna see you guys back then, and hopefully we'll you guys will start posting in the tribe your house. All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Guess I let my feelings take control.